Hey guys, what's going on? Back again with another video. As you can see playing on the screen is a new video from Deviation Games, and it features Jason Blundell. They uploaded it about 10 days ago, and ironically enough, and it just goes to show how easy you can be forgotten. And not to put a negative spin on this video like most people do in the YouTube zombie community, YouTubers do. But I didn't see anybody talk about it on YouTube or make any videos about it. Like I said, as far as the big zombie YouTubers are concerned, and it just goes to show how much they are just blowing smoke. That like they'll find or put a negative spin on everything, but when it comes to Jason Blundell actually putting out content, everybody just pretty much ignored it. I didn't see anybody really tweet about it. I didn't see anybody um, put any YouTube videos up about Jason Blundell or this, but I am myself are very interested, and I tell people like I try to disassociate myself like Treyarch and Call of Duty probably should from these big toxic zombie YouTubers, but I myself do want to talk about it. The video that they uploaded, like I said, 10 days ago. I'm not gonna have any of the audio playing because I just don't want to seem like I'm stealing their content or desperate like these big zombie YouTubers looking for content to put up, so they'll copy people's videos and stuff like that. But so in the video, he pretty much recaps how they started Deviation Games, how they got some devs together, and he wanted to create the best team. And then he kind of recapped like 2021 about, I think it was Summer Game Fest, that they debuted the studio. A lot of people like myself never knew that he even left Treyarch and that he started his own and brought some of the guys from Treyarch to his new studio. But the bulk of this is going to be talking about where he's at and probably Easter egg clues and stuff like that. And like I mentioned before, I was never a big fan of Jason Blundell, and I mentioned that recently. It's kind of the cycle that the zombie community and the big zombie YouTubers go through, where you kind of you like the current zombie director, then you kind of you get a new one, and then you kind of wish the other one was back and stuff like that. So at the time, like I really wanted Jimmy Zielinski, but then Jason was there, and his style was a little bit different. It was more like fantasy, um, fairy tale stuff. But I grew to like that, and I liked how he used, like I told people about the impossible Easter eggs, and that's probably why I am a little bit more invested in following what he's doing and what Deviation Games is doing. It's because I'm pretty much the only one who solved his and Treyarch's impossible Easter eggs for Black Ops 3 and Black Ops 4 and stuff like that. That's why I kind of watched this video, is to see if there's any clues or Easter eggs in there. So again, with that being said, it's kind of one of the reasons I want to follow and see what they're doing. Now, in the background, and he even mentions it, but as everybody should know, Jason Blundell's style, he does put clues and Easter eggs and stuff. It's just that, like I mentioned, as far as like impossible Easter eggs and stuff like that, big zombie YouTubers, they were never the ones to solve that stuff anyways. So he did put a lot of clues in his videos in Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3. And then if you go back and look at it, you'll see that he had a lot of clues in there. Sorry if I keep coughing because, like most people, there's definitely a super bug going around. Not sure if it's exactly COVID, but I am just recovering like most people, and some people are going through it now. But again, not to waste too much time or seem like I'm trying to pad this video like zombie YouTubers do. He visits Griffith Observatory. I almost said Griffith Station, but it's Griffith Observatory in California, and the tunnel is a tunnel that leads to Griffith Observatory. And the way that he smirks and stuff is in the background, you can tell there's clues or hints that's going around in the video. And I don't know if it just wants to show maybe their location. I don't know if that's any type of clues as far as um, the backgrounds and stuff like that. But as far as like Easter eggs and stuff that might be coming, because that's what they talked about. He talked about, like I said, how he started the studio. He recapped 2001, and then he towards the end of the video talks about what's coming and maybe the style of game. He saw some YouTube videos, and he really liked and appreciated a lot of the videos that people made when they debuted the studio and stuff like that. Like I said, I probably was never or would never have been invested or interested in what he did after Treyarch, but because of the style of Easter eggs and cats and musicals being the biggest theme, if not the impossible Easter egg of Black Ops 3, it made me more interested and respect him a little bit more than I probably would have. And that's one of those things too. If he never was there at Treyarch and did the impossible Easter egg video, I don't think I never would have even really gotten interested in zombies, the storyline and the backstory and stuff like that. So I think without him, that opened so many doors for a lot of people. So that's kind of why I'm interested in, like I said, invested in following and see what he's doing, because if he never made that impossible Easter egg, it never would have solved a whole bunch of stuff. It pretty much opened the floodgates for all these unsolved Easter eggs from all the old games. And I think even Dave Anthony, I think it's the other guy's name, because he was the main writer for the campaign, I think, or the design director for the campaign and stuff like that. With Jason, I think Jason did multiplayer, Dave Anthony did campaign. But I like the story writing and the deep messages that they put in there in the Black Ops games and the zombies in the past. And like I said, that's what made me got interested in the whole, like, even how video games are made aspect of it. But to see like what he's doing and talk about him, I'm very interested in. I don't know how long this video. Yeah, it probably ends right here, anyways. So again, he let me back it up a little bit. So again, it's on their website if you're interested, and he talks about, again, the games that they're gonna make and stuff like that. The only thing I want to say is, as far as like clues and stuff like that, I looked into movies because that's kind of like the recipe of Call of Duty, and it's the kind of the recipe of most game studios, is they take inspiration from pop culture stuff they grew up with, and I've mentioned this multiple times before. They all take inspiration from stuff they grew up as a kid, their favorite movies, TV shows, comics, poets, writers, and stuff like that. So I started looking into, as far as like Griffith Observatory, and as far as movies that are involved in it, I think the main ones, which is big in Call of Duty also, is Back to the Future, Terminator. Maybe it's going to be some type of Terminator style to it. Maybe there's going to be a new Terminator game that they got a contract for. Because Black Ops 3 is pretty much almost entirely based on Black Ops 3, in my opinion. I mean, based on Terminator. And that's no secret, so it's not like I'm letting any cats out of the bag. Not to be, not to have a pun, but like, not to let any cats out the bag. But Terminator, I think most of the Terminator movies, for some reason, have been filmed at the Griffith Observatory, from what I read on Wikipedia. I know as far as that tunnel that he's walking through, I know that was in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Same thing, Back to the Future movies. I think even Terminator movies. So that tunnel has been used in a lot of different movies. Or it could just be referencing outer space. Maybe it's going to be like a futuristic outer space game, which I think that stuff is kind of coming back. Because if you look at the new Bioshock, ironically enough too, I think that might be dealing out of space, or maybe with the space and future and stuff like that, which would be very interesting. So again, that's definitely a Griffith Observatory. The tunnel, I looked into a couple movies. I didn't look too much into anything else, just kind of on face value, as far as it's Griffith Observatory, which has to do with space and planets and the history of space and space exploration and stuff like that. That's Hollywood Hills, and the tunnel, like I said. I think those are the main things. I'm not gonna, overthink too much. I'm just gonna say that, like, looking at it, it has to do with Back to the Future, maybe, or what he's hinting at has to do with Back to the Future, Terminator. I know Who Framed Roger Rabbit is another one. I don't know too much as far as like if it's anything zombie related, if it's like some answers or clues to stuff in the zombies maps that we missed in the past. But again, so I am a little bit interested in it. The last thing I will end on very quickly is, and I think I have a few minutes before the video recycles again, is because it came up in a discussion with a subscriber that like the zombies YouTubers, are they gonna support him or not support him? Kind of like what's going on with Vanguard and Treyarch. Well, I think in a sense, and I say kind of like tongue in cheek, is like I feel like there's some type of extortion going on with the zombie YouTubers and Call of Duty and Treyarch and stuff like that. Where like I feel like they only want to give good reviews now if like something, if they get paid off or like they get something in return. So again, that discussion came up the other day, I believe during a live stream, that are they going to support Jason Blundell's new studio and game, or is it going to be like what happened with Call of Duty, where like if Jason doesn't send them free games or free T-shirts or free merchandise or free shout-outs or free interviews or free kind of like, and I hate to say it again, but that's kind of like what opened the floodgates for kind of the way the zombie YouTubers turned out, is because he gave so many interviews, exclusive stuff, exclusive deals, let's say, to these big zombie YouTubers. It helped grow their channels, and I said that too. If they didn't have a lot of these zombie YouTubers, if they didn't have the exclusive interviews, like they did in Black Ops 3, maybe Black Ops 4, maybe Black Ops 2, they would probably be exactly where they are right now in Vanguard. They'd be floundering, looking for content, desperately looking for stuff, making fake news. They would be stuck under 1 million subscribers. And so that question came up, what's going to happen when his games come out? Are they going to piss all over it like they're doing with Vanguard? Or does he have to give everyone an interview? Does he have to fly? Do they have to fly everyone out to California? Like I said, I feel like that's what's going on. And why Call of Duty and Treyarch needs to get rid of a lot of these big channels that absolutely did nothing for the zombies community in the last 5-6 years. They didn't solve anything. They're barely making any content. They recycle each other's content. They steal other people's content. So, I hope Jason Blundell and Deviation Games, like I think I mentioned before, I hope they know what's coming down the tunnel for them, or coming down the road, is like, you're going to have to try and make a lot of people happy so they don't crap all over your game. I'm actually just going to kind of pause it there. How they don't like pretty much crap all over his game, and you have to give everyone an interview, or you have to like reply to everyone on Twitter, or fly them out, give them deals, give them free stuff, or they're just gonna crap all over your game. So I hope he knows what he's getting himself into, or Deviation Games, and I think a couple other YouTubers have mentioned that like I hope he knows what's coming for him, because like, and I've mentioned it before, there is a dev cycle where like they love you and then they want to get rid of you instantly. It's just the way zombie YouTubers are, that like they're just in it for themselves. They just want to kind of cash in, and they'll just create drama just to create content and stuff like that. So I hope he knows that a lot of these zombie YouTubers don't really even care about him, or they only want interviews and stuff like that. So that, like I said, I'm interested because nobody really commented or posted anything, and I know, like I said, I'm guilty of feeding the big channels too, because I'm interested to see what they have to say and stuff like that. And I know that's kind of the big fault, is like big zombie toxic YouTubers will never go away if people keep watching their content. If people don't watch their content, they'll eventually have to go a different route and stuff like that. So again, I'm really surprised nobody really commented, made a video about his video. So or I could just be right. People forget about your old news, and Um, and you know, that's just the way it is. That's just the tough pill to swallow, like I always mention. Um, but anyways, I'll see you guys later. Like I said, I'll look out, or if anybody knows anybody who saw this video and commented on Jason Blundell, let me know. I'll see you guys later.